Welcome to Bunnies TV. It's Team List Tuesday, and the big news is that AJ is back. Alex Johnston has been named to start on the wing, and I was out there at the Rabbitoh Centre this morning, and he was looking all right, moving freely. And I did ask Jack Wighton about him. I interviewed Jack Wighton and also had a chat to Peter Mamazelos, and Jack is looking forward to reuniting with AJ. They've only played a couple of games together, and the last one was when Jack scored 2 tries out on the left and AJ gave him a nice little short ball inside. But anyway, it's Bunnies TV, live and free, and this is another interactive show, so you can comment. And just before I move on to showing you that little clip, I'll go to the comments, and we've got our regulars in there. Oscar, it's Sir Boys, also known as Oscar Zechner, and I did take a little photo of the young fella today. He's been helping me out. He looks quite serious here, but there he is, Oscar Zechner, and he's a talented young video editor. So remember the name. And also Karina Haza, all the way from Europe, in Germany. Couldn't talk to you. Thanks for joining us. And she's joining us on 2 platforms. She's jumped over to Facebook. So you can see there, you can comment on Facebook and also on YouTube. And here's a good one from Darren Finlay. Hello, mate, from the Borough. Looked good, that combo against the Dogs. So yes, it did. 2 superstars on the left, on the lethal left. And they're back up there in Magic Round against the Cowboys Saturday night. So it's going to be a super Saturday. We play the Cowboys. We've both lost 5 in a row. So we're desperate for a win. They're a good side. Got some quality players. Drinkwater, Val Holmes, and others. Townsend. So we have to play better than we have been. But like I said, they're not going too good. They were beaten by the Titans, and the Titans are running second last. So we have got a chance. We've both got the worst defensive records in the NRL, us and the Cowboys. So it's just whoever can bring it on Saturday night will get the chocolates. Now, we've got some New South Wales Cup and Jersey Flegg games on Saturday as well. I'm going to cover those a little bit later in the show. But just have a listen to what Jack said about AJ when I asked him today. It'd be nice to get Alex Johnston back this week. I think you've only played a couple of games together with him on the left.
Yeah, I feel like we're just starting to find our knack a little bit too. In the last game we did play together against the Doggies there, so building them strong relationships is a key thing in rugby league. So get him back out there and we'll build that relationship again.
Yeah, I think he set you up for a try too. So yeah, it was working like quite nicely.
Yeah.
Yeah, so it can only be good, like Darren Finlay said. So let's have a look at the team. And you just saw Campbell Graham out there. He was running around, and it's looking good for him to return, but I haven't got a return date. It might be a few more weeks, who knows, but he looked pretty fresh out there, big stretchy, and shout out to you, mate. Couldn't we use him in the centres? So Coach Benny Hornby has made a couple of changes, and I'm just going to have a look here. He's brought in Jacob Gagai. So Gags is back too, deservedly so. He's pushed Isaac Tuatupo Thompson into the centres. So we'll just go through the team. Trell Mitt at the back. AJ and Gags on the wings. Jackie Boy Wighton will play his 250th NRL game. That was one of the big things about today. It's been a magnificent career. 250 games on Saturday night. He made his NRL debut in 2012 against the Titans. And this is his 13th season. And so far, it hasn't been lucky number 13 at all, has it? But let's hope they turn it around. Cody and Dion in the half. So Dion Tiapa gets another start. We've got Davey Mawali and Kepi in the front row with Cookie, Keon Jai and Leva Havili. So it's the same starting pack, I think, there. Pete Mamazelos on the bench, Talis Duncan, Thomas Burgess, and Tane Milner's back after his suspension. So he'll come off the bench as maybe a interchange a versatile back, or maybe he'll spend some time in the forwards. Gamet Shibasaki drops onto the extended bench, as does Frenchie, Adam Christensen, Bailey, Bentley Huppe, and Liam LeBlanc. So a few changes there. I'll just bring up the comments again. And James Edgar's joined us, and he said, "Hi, Mavo. Thanks for all your work with Bunnies TV." Well, thank you, mate. It's great to get some feedback from people that are enjoying the show, and I do enjoy going out there. It's a privilege to be invited to the Rabbitohs Centre and to get up close and personal with the boys, to be able to grab Jack Wighton and Pete Mamaselis for a chat. Sean Kepi was up for interview today as well, but I did him about 3 or 4 weeks ago, so I'll just try and get the guys that I haven't got. And Karina said it's great to see Campbell back. We really need him. Well, he's not back. He was back on the paddock and he was running around and looking all right. He was doing some band work. He had the bands around the waist and stretching the core and all that. But yeah, we haven't got him back yet. So it's going to be a tough ask going up there to Magic Round, but we just got to turn it around soon, hopefully, and start winning some footy games. You know, I've got some clips here, what I spoke to the boys about. So the other big news when I spoke to Jack, and also in the main press conference, you probably would have seen it all over the news, is that he's ruled himself out of State of Origin to concentrate on playing for South Sydney. So that's good. He had spoken to Madge, and I imagine that Madge said, "Do you want to play?" And he said, "No, I want to play for the Bunnies." So here's what he said when I asked him about it. And I heard you say you said no to Madge. So you're going to stay retired from Origin?
Stay retired at the moment, mate. Yeah, the focus is got a bug. Focus is fully on Rabbitohs and putting my best foot forward here. Yeah.
He just had a bug crawl on his head when he was answering there. But yeah, good man, Jack. It's been a huge life-changing thing for him to come down to South. And like I said to him when I started the interview, it hasn't really gone to plan. And who out there would have thought that we're getting Jack Wighton, we've got this incredible back line, we're going to start winning some games, carving teams up, and it just hasn't happened. That's not to say it's not going to happen. We have had some devastating injuries, and, you know, we've lost our captain, but it's next man up mentality. All the boys I spoke to today said, you know, we're just banding together. It's 1 to 17, and I think they're keen to fight out of it. Pete Mamaselis, what a top young bloke he is too, young Pistol Pete. And he was just saying the same sort of thing. And here's what he said about just working hard.
Yeah, it is frustrating. But as I said before, we're just trying to work hard. Every time we come into training, just put our best foot forward, and I'm sure we're going to get ourselves out of it.
So, yeah, thank you to both of those guys for giving me the time of day. And I'll just show you a couple of photos. I took a few more. I took one of Cheeks, got a big smile as he was walking back from the cafe. There's one of Frenchie. I had a bit of a word to Frenchie and congratulated him. And, you know, he didn't get that a lot of opportunity, which is just the way the game went against the Dragons. I also spoke to Thomas Fletcher. There he is, Tommy boy. And unfortunately, I said he might be a week or two away. I think he said there might be a few more than that, unfortunately. And then when I was walking out, I saw my old Botany Rams coach, Chris Peel, on the left there with a big smile, and his mate outside the Burrow Cafe. And shout out to Ricardo and Karina from the Burrow Cafe. They're going well there, and I really hope they have success because, you know, I'm going to be going there a couple of times a week and getting me coffee and chatting. And it really is a good space there where you can get some coffee, food. You got the Rabbitohs merchandise store there, and then you walk out the back and you can watch the mighty Bunnies do their thing. Okay. I'll bring the comments back up. And TSG's commented, and he said, rugby league is all about holding the ball and defense. That is true. It can be a simple game. You hold the ball. I always talk about my old days when we had Coach George Piggins, and we had a lot of success, and a lot of that was just based on, like you said, holding the ball, kick long, have a good chase, and then defend until the opposition comes up with the errors, and you get the ball in a bit of good field position, and then your star players can do the rest. And we had plenty of those, and, you know, your Phil Blakes and Ian Roberts, Brucey Longbottom out on the wing, you name it, Chunky Lyons. So and we've got the same. We've got Jack Wighton and AJ, and we've still got some powerful forwards. Jairo and Keon, both state of origin, second rowers. We can do it. Cookie. When he's on, he can dart through the 201 gamer. So this is a big game on Saturday night. Make no mistake. We've had 3 milestone games back to back. Cookie, 200 games. Cody, 200 games. And now Jack, 250 games. And that is a massive, massive thing. 13 seasons in the NRL. And for him to come out to Sydney now and, move his family and settle in. But it seems like he's saying all the right things. He loves the jersey. He's settled into the club. Now we just got to start winning some games. That's what it's all about. But, yeah, good comment there, TSG. Thanks for that. We'll just move on to the New South Wales Cup. And they played the Bears on Saturday at 5 o'clock at North Sydney Oval. And it's the Mario Fenwick Cup. And Muzzer was out there today. And I was sitting inside at the cafe doing some work on the laptop and didn't see him. And he walked past and said, "G'day, mate, how you going?" And I was, I'm really happy about that because he's not in the best of health, Muzz, and for him to say hello to me, knew who I was, and then he went out onto the field and, he's always cheery. And then when he walked back in, he goes, "Mate, how he said it again." So, I gave him the thumbs up. But, yeah, so that's Mario played for the Bears, played for South. So that's a good thing they're doing. I have written my article for bunniestv.au. Make sure you go to the website, bookmark, check out my articles. And I have got all the details in here. The 8th place Rabbitohs take on the 4th place Bears in a grand final rematch. It's Henry O'Kane is a new face in the second row for South. And also former Bulldog Billy Sakrikis has been added to the bench. And shout out to his dad, Angelo, who used to run the cafe at Maddo for years. And, yeah, so Billy's played first grade. He made his debut last year or the year before. And so a few people have been asking where he is. And I can tell you he's back and he's on the bench. So look for him to get on there and rip in. We'll move on to our Jersey Flegg lads. And a few people have been asking about this one because it's the Jersey Flegg bye round this week. But they are playing a makeup game that was washed out in round 5 against the Warriors. And originally I heard it was going to be at Marcellin Fields, but it's at Urco Oval at midday. I'll just check bunniestv.au there because I've written all this down. Yeah, midday at Urco. And we're going all right. We're running 5th, the Rabbits, and I think the Warriors are about 12th. So could be a chance to see some good footy from our boys. Looks like Dane Towns is out. I'm not sure what happened there. He's obviously been injured. He had a great game, won the game at the end of the game against the Dragons. So Billy Sprague replaces him at fullback. Bailey Smith and Willa Raj have been added to the bench. Now, I know Coach Tippy would be rapt to get Big Will back because he's one of their best forwards. He's a big, solid unit, and they can really use him off the bench. So they've got some good forwards, the Flegg. Noah Reid, Toby Sullivan. Toby Sullivan was one of the best on the field the other day, and Heslin and Ibrahim were both good in the second row, and Grosmy at lock. So they've been playing some good footy. They're a good footy side, this Flegg team. So if you get a chance to go out and watch them out there at Urco, please do. Dan Wright, in his Flegg debut last week, coming up from the ball, played great. So did the centres, Macy and Ruggles, and Hayden Malcantine went good too. So young Fieldsy went good. I could go through the whole team, but they have been playing well. And I think Jared Johnson's back too there. So I saw him walking around out at Cogra the other night too. So he's back. And big Jason Halley too. Big unit, big future. But yeah, Bailey Smith, the botany boy, is making his Jersey Flegg debut up from SG Ball. And he's been playing some footy with the Botany 20s, and they're a good side too. Let's have a look at some more comments. And So Darren Finlay said he was my favourite growing up. Even when he was a bear, I had the poster of him on my wall as a bear. The Falcon. Yeah, well, he was the captain when I was playing, and it was a while ago now. And this is how, time changes. I did speak to Oscar. I said, "Oh, there's Mario Fennig." He didn't know who he was, so it was quite a while ago. And he was playing 30 years ago, so Oscar wasn't even born then. So don't blame him for not knowing. And here's Steve Brooker. And he said, "G'day, Mavo. Great to meet you last week. A massive thanks for all the pics and vids." So there he is. Steve came up from Canberra, and he was there the other day at training, and he got Thomas to sign a jersey for him, and I took a photo and took a short video, and he got a signature off Trell Mitt and a few other things. So, yeah, good bloke, Steve. Well done. And it's a big effort to come up from Canberra to watch your team train. And it was really good to meet you too, mate. And I used him in my Sunday show intro. So I'll try and make different intros. You would have saw the intro at the start here, and my Sunday footy show featured Steve when he met Tommy. Trev Richardson's commented, and he said, "Thanks, Steve Maven. GGTSS. Glory, glory to South Sydney." That is a hell of a comment there, Trev. And looks like you're there at Ayers Rock. I've been there with the missus. We went there for her 50th birthday, and that was a good trip. Highly recommended. Viking Axe is a Cowboys man. He reckons Cowboys 13 plus. Well, hope not. I can't sit here and argue saying Townsend in the wing on the cup. I had a quick look for Dane Town, so maybe you're right. Let's have a look. Let's go back up to this cup, and I thought he might have got promoted, but let's have a look. Oh, that's right, he is. So sorry about that. Thank you, Darren. I didn't see him at fullback. So Dane Towns, on top of a great performance for the Flegg, has been promoted to New South Wales Cup. So just like the great Tyrone Munro did last year, when he started off in SG ball, and then he went up the Flegg, and then they threw him into New South Wales Cup. Then he played first grade. So there you go. Thank you, Darren. This is why I like the interactive show. I missed that. I did say I don't know what happened to him, and that's what happened to him. Thank you for that, mate. This is why it's a good thing to interact with you on the show. You help me out. Thank you. Matt Dixon said, "Is Jack Wighton playing?" Yes, he is. Jack Wighton's playing, and the next comment that someone said, "Bagging the bloke, they don't make it onto the show. Only the positive ones, and constructive criticism, yes. Bagging a bloke, have a look at yourself." Jack Wighton's played 250 NRL games, mate. The bloke that said that, and I'm willing to bet you haven't played one. So there you go. Yeah, he is playing, and I interviewed him today, and he's keen to get these boys out of the hole they're in. And, he's been putting in the effort out there. You can see he is, but when you're not completing your sets and when you're not going forward, it does not help. It does not help at all. So, yeah. Just want to jump on and do a quick one today. It has been a big day. So my other video of training footage goes for about 20 or 30 minutes. That's up on YouTube now. If you want to go and have a look at the boys out there today, please go to my channel, Bunnies TV, YouTube. And while you're there, please subscribe. That all helps. It's for free. You can subscribe for free. And I also put a lot of stuff up on Bunnies TV Instagram. And we've got 6,000 followers there now. And I'm reaching about 250,000 people a month on Instagram. So that's good. So thanks to everyone who follows me there or follows me wherever, on Facebook. I've got heaps of people on Facebook, on TikTok, across all the platforms, and that's very satisfying that you do that. So I just want to thank you all again. I will let you go. What I can tell you is that there's no captain's run in Sydney this week, because I did speak to Rabbitohs media manager, Jeremy Monahan, and the captain's run will be in Brisbane this Friday. It's part of Magic Round, so all the teams must have to do their captain's run up there, and that's fair enough because it gives the fans a full experience. So the plan is, for media-wise, for Bunnies TV and everyone else, it won't be till next week now. There'll be some stuff when we meet Parramatta for Indigenous round. And I did see Jack modelling the Indigenous round jersey on TikTok, and it's a pretty good strip. I like it. So we beat the Cowboys on Saturday night. Then next week, we've got the Eels at home for Indigenous round at Accor Stadium, and we'll do some media then. And I think the captain's run will be Friday. It will be Friday at the Heffron Centre, Friday morning. So we'll let you go. Thanks for watching. Thanks for commenting. You're all legends, and glory, glory to South Sydney. South Sydney matches on. See you later.